You want me to come down here?
All right, it's recorded.
Okay, today is March 16th, 2024. The time is 2:11, and we're going to start the 4900 Drexel Cooperative special meeting. Before we begin the agenda for that meeting, we're going to take some questions from the shareholders who are now here. Questions?
Yeah, Karen had some wonderful questions.
Like wonderful, but so I'm a concerned shareholder too, and the question is one of many. So we're having elections today. Let's suppose that a new board is elected. I understand what we all have been, asking for from the current board that we are not getting. But what's the long-term plan? What's going to happen next? How are you going to make a transition of power from the current board to the new board? Since in fact, I'm not quite sure how much legal standing this election may have. So I know that's like 3 questions in one, but so what happens after this?
Well, we know we're gonna have to take them to court. We're willing to take up a collection to pay a lawyer. We know that when we assume that when we ask for the records, the papers, and the keys, they won't be trying to give it up. And we're gonna have to take them to court to force them to do that.
And so,
And we know that.
why do you guys believe that you would win when you go to court? What's
Okay,
that
well,
based
come
on?
on.
It's based on the Bible.
No.
Wait, no.
No, I think it's a good question.
It's a good question. It's based on
No,
the
I
Bible.
mean, it's a good question, but come on now.
Can I
It's
answer that?
based on what the bylaws says.
I would like to
The
answer
board-
that. Jessica's done some research on this, let her speak.
Okay. Jessica?
Jennifer.
Sorry about that.
I get that all the time. All right, so one of the things that we did was we brought our bylaws with us. And I have attached our bylaws to some of the emails that have been sent out because I want us to all be empowered in terms of what we can do as a collective of shareholders. And so in our bylaws, under the shareholder section, let me see if I can find it. First of all, I've also read the state of Illinois general not-for-profit statutes as well in terms of what a collective of shareholders can do. And one of the things a collective of shareholders can do is hold special meetings. According to our bylaws, and in accordance to the corporation's bylaws. So our bylaws state that special meetings of the shareholders may be called by the president, by the board of directors, or by not less than 1/5 of all of the shareholders of the corporation, which comes to at least 11 people.
11 households.
Yes.
Okay.
So that
That's a
was,
pretty small number.
well, it's only
No, I mean,
56.
I didn't know that.
Yes, 56 people. So we actually held a Zoom meeting February the 24th, and we had 18 people on that call. And during that call, and we sent that out to everyone via email.
What's up to Karen?
Jennifer, I'm going to correct you on that. 18 people both in person and on the call.
Right, so we had 18 people present via Zoom and in person at that call where we asked everyone, is it okay if we hold an election? And they all said yes. And that was 18 people. So that exceeds the 20% minimum in our
And
bylaws.
does the bylaw, is a special meeting authorized to elect a new board of directors?
Yes.
So that's when we look at state statutes.
Okay.
State statutes state that in accordance.
Jennifer, you should be talking to
Huh?
You should be
Yeah,
talking to
and I can probably ask you a question. I don't know.
It can hear me. It's able to see the entire room.
Right.
So the state statutes state that shareholders can do informal actions, including hold elections, remove the board, remove an individual board member. It just states that in the state statutes, you have to, if you're going to hold an election, you have to give shareholders 5 days to hold the election. We gave you guys 10 days in advance. That's when we sent the letter.
So if this is really the way the system works, then at any point, any not-for-profit corporation or whatever this is, 20% of the shareholders can vote to overthrow the
No,
board
No.
with 5 days notice
No,
anytime they
No,
want?
not at all, no.
How's that democracy?
So let me,
Right, so there's some other mechanism.
So 20% can call
Call,
a meeting. Now, a quorum, according to our bylaws, is 40% of shareholders.
The day of
40%.
the election.
Well,
Well,
quorum-
Or in order to call the election.
To call the election, you need 20%. So what, an
To vote on
election,
it is 40.
you need, for a quorum to stand, you need 40% of shareholders. And that's here.
And is that heads or is that,
That's shareholders.
or is that shares?
Shareholders.
Not how many shares you have, every unit has one.
Yeah, our bylaws also state
But it's good to
that,
answer.
It's not a weighted.
each, one family, one vote.
Jennifer, can I say something?
Do you want to call the roll?
Okay,
or-
so that's the premise. And we have to really research this because if this does go to
Okay,
a
actually,
court,
you know,
we have to be above board here. Okay, so a quorum is 40%. 40% of shareholders here is 24 people, okay? And so that's 40%.
Does that include proxy ballots?
That includes proxy ballots, yes. And so the state law also says that there can be informal actions by shareholders. And that means that everyone doesn't have to show up at a meeting. By them participating in an election, and that their participation in an election is like attendance at a meeting. And that's according to state law.
Please indulge me. I just trying to play catch up a little bit.
That's okay.
But what has caused this action? What is the current board doing or not doing that has caused this to be a necessity?
Okay, we may want to leave that towards the end because that is gonna be a big vent session. Okay, we all got our stories.
Okay, I say something.
But why don't we just say
Okay.
this very quickly? I'm a candidate for the board, and we have not received treasurer's reports as required by the bylaws for over 12 months. We have absolutely no idea what our financial status is here.
Okay, that's.
So that is really the only reason we can give you, but there are many, many more, but that
We can
is,
start with that, that's fine.
thank you.
But you know what, you also asked where are we looking going forward?
Yeah, so
Okay,
exactly.
if we have a quorum and so a new board is elected,
Right,
so
new board is
then
elected.
how is
Are we gonna
the
do different
transfer?
stuff?
Well, yes, so
Well, that's definitely gonna have to be legal, because they have told us that they will not give up any information. So we will have to get an attorney to have that legally done. Going from there, we're gonna have to address the problems that we have here. We definitely, I mean, I may be jumping ahead of myself, but we're looking for a management company because we don't want anyone having.
yeah, that's
That seems like the
definitely.
fundamental problem.
Yes, yes, that's number one, for the new candidates for the board. That is something we're gonna be working on,
Excuse me.
very quickly.
Okay, so first of all, one of the things I want to highlight is that first we have to have this happen, okay?
Right.
We need a quorum of shareholders to agree to vote and participate. If you don't vote, that's fine, but if you're here, then you can be a part of the quorum. And who you want to vote for, you can vote for whoever, you can vote for no one if you want to.
Well, but that comes to the, then, sorry, my next question is, let's imagine that, so there are 7 people on the ballot, right? But that doesn't guarantee that all of them are going to get enough votes to actually create another body.
They only need one vote.
All on,
So
sorry?
that's one of the reasons why
So
we're
the-
gonna count it all.
What did you say,
and we're gonna
darling?
find
They
out.
only
Well,
need
but
one
you may,
vote.
but
as long
one
as
of
you
the
get
situations
One,
that you
one
may.
conversation at a time, Joanne.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What if you do not get enough candidates with enough votes to actually get another board? You only get some of the people on the ballot. That does not make another board. You're gonna have a 3-people board.
When you go by the number of people who got, everybody's, because we have enough people that are running.
But you don't know who's going to vote for whom.
Yeah,
how
that's
many
why we
votes.
did-
Wait.
One at a
One of the
time.
things we have to do is take one step at a time.
Right.
Okay? this is unprecedented, period. It's unprecedented. This is, I can't remember in the 20 years that I've been an owner here that anything like this has ever happened, which means things are pretty extreme, okay? And we have a history of boards not having the full required number of board members, and the co-op still ran. And so this is more of the same. We already have 20 votes so far, okay? So we're like this close to the quorum because people have been voting via proxy. I've had people giving me a call to send it via email, so they really want to participate, and I think that's very important.
Can I speak to her question?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so just to give you an example, Karen, the number of votes does not determine who makes it on. So if like we have 7 candidates, as long as they all get at least 1 vote, they all become board members with equal status. So when I was elected, I only got 15 votes versus somebody like Phyllis who got, I think, in the 20s. But as far as it was concerning the board composition, we were equal board members.
Oh, okay.
So the number of votes they receive is not, it doesn't matter for the purposes of
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess I didn't know that. Thank you for clarifying.
I just kind of want to state for the record, like how we got here, not in terms of our issues, but in terms of like the current board. They pretty much ousted the previous board, and they haven't held elections. So that initially I have a problem with. You know, this isn't a dictatorship. We're all shareholders. We all should participate in what happens here. So for me, personally, that is enough, and I'm glad we're back to our process of election.
So there are no current board members around?
No.
No, and they were welcome to attend. As a
They
matter of
got the
fact, there
same
were
notice as
two of them here
everybody.
earlier, but they decided not to remain. But maybe the candidates for the board should introduce themselves.
Yeah.
So, I'm Joanne Colard, I'm a candidate for the board, and I,
Joanne, it's,
oh,
the
I'm
meeting
sorry.
is being recorded both
Right.
visually and audibly.
Okay, so I don't want to.
We'll go there.
Yeah, Joanne Colard, candidate for the board, and I hope to make sure we get treasurer's reports, get out to you guys
Your
as soon as
specialty.
possible. And if I'm on the board, I promise you transparency as far as the financial situation of no matter how painful it might be, you're gonna know what we're being faced with.
And you are in.
Just like Crystal, not just like Crystal, but I am a CPA.
Whatever you're gonna do is gonna take months.
Yeah, we
And you're
know
aware
that.
of how the legal process works, right? So-
We haven't had an election in 2 years, we haven't had any.
But meanwhile, well, anyways.
So we
I guess
decided-
it's stuff you all know, so meanwhile, they're.
Yes, we have a lawyer who has been invited. Are you a lawyer, sir?
No, I'm not, but I've served on 3 boards in the past, so I'm.
Okay.
Well,
What's your name
never
on the
ever
ballot?
received it.
Yeah, you've never had this experience before, so you don't know how soon we might be able to get those records, right? You think it might be
I don't know.
months?
Is your name not on the ballot? Because maybe it should be.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not, I don't live
No,
here, so.
he doesn't. He spends a lot of time here, but.
Oh my God.
So, anyway, so I'm.
Okay. Ricardo?
Ricardo Simmons, one of the candidates for the board.
And you are a?
I'm a retired chemist and a homeowner. I used to own property and manage it myself. But right now, I am retired and enjoying life.
I know that's right.
I'm Jocelyn Simmons. I live at 4902, probably around 40 years. I have a background of management and accounting for more than 10 years. Right now, I am retired. I'm a retired children's librarian, and I still love to read to children.
I'm Zenobia Johnson Black. I've lived here 43 years. My husband was Timio Black. He used to be on the board. I have a extensive history in housing. I was a presidential appointee to HUD. I was, I founded the Charles Hayes Center, the Technology Center in the old Packing House building. And I'm on the boards of the Jazz Institute, Willie's Warriors of the Chicago Foundation for Women, and Tim Black Education Foundation, And I'm sure the Brownsville Trail.
So you got experience.
Yeah. Experience, that's good.
Terry.
My name is Terry Russell. I have been a shareholder here for the last 30 years. And I've witnessed a lot of meetings, board meetings, and I just want this, I'm a retired nurse, 43 years, and I just want order, I want transparency, and I want us to work as a family to keep this building solvent and active.
All right, my name is Jennifer Thompson Watson. I am an associate professor of psychology at Kennedy King College. I also do video production work. I've also owned property for 10 years. I had a 3-flat that I managed, self-managed, and I'm appalled at the number of repairs that need to be taken care of. I've had to deal with building violations myself, and I usually had that fixed in months. In accordance to whatever the city told me to do. I used my money, I saved my rents for maintenance issues, and I tended to treat my tenants with courtesy, with respect. My building had mostly Section 8 renters in there, which means you have to go through annual inspections. You have to make sure everything's up to code. If it's not, you fix it, and that's what I had to do for like 10 years. So to see and hear some of the stories is just heartbreaking, and to see the co-op not take suggestions for solutions and turn me down when I make a suggestion is just enraging. So I have a co-op that I was renting to my brother, and I since evicted him because he was having my place in squalor, amongst other things. And so I'm going to be renovating it. I have money set aside for that. So I figure I sold my building so I wouldn't have to do this stuff anymore. But with Crystal and the board and the inactivity of it all, I know I have that energy, and I also have a very flexible schedule because I only teach twice a week. And so I figure I have availability to see things through, and I like to see things through, knowing that that Timeo Black's family is here means a lot to me. Knowing that Herbie Hancock's parents lived here, knowing that Cliff Kelly lived here, I got a chance to meet him, and I listen to WVON, so he's like a celebrity, you know. Knowing that this is historically African American founded cooperative, all of that means a lot to me, and I don't want to see it run down from inefficiency, ineptitude, incompetency, and
Who knows?
illegal actions, you know, just whatever. So one of the things I can say is I'm a woman of integrity. I have no financial stake in this game at all, except with my own apartment. That's it. And one of the things I see is when people start getting greedy and authoritarian, things start running into the ground. I like the idea of us working as a collective, having a board that wants to include you guys into all of our decisions so that you never have mysteries about what's happening with this. That's why I sent you all the building code violations. You all can see it yourselves. You all can look it up yourselves. I like empowering people because I don't want, if you all elect me, I wouldn't want anyone making any decisions on the board arbitrarily without you all knowing what's going on. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. All right, so that's who I am.
Madronica, did you speak?
Oh, no, I thought it was, well, my name is Madronica Clark, and I've lived here for about 25 years. I'm a person that is no nonsense. I like to tell it like it is. If there's a problem, I like to address it and know that there's a problem and try to fix it. For some people, they think that I'm all about the money, but I feel as if you have to put money into your place to keep it up. And that's one of the problems that I've had here is that, it seems like it's been such a struggle to get people to do a special assessment or to go up on assessments. And what has happened is by not doing that, you have caused more decay in the building, so it's gonna be even more costly than if you had done so. I am very transparent as far as finances. I don't think anyone has the right to take over and be a single treasurer. I think you need to have two people to be able to sign. And I also think that a management company would be very well for us, even though some people may not agree with me, because I think this self-managing is not working. It hasn't worked. And at least with the management company, you have to monitor them also. But if there is malfeasance, they are responsible.
Sue them.
So
Right, you can sue
that,
them.
yeah. So
You're not
that's
suing yourself.
one of the things that I think as shareholders that we have to recognize is that you have to put money into your home. And some people just cannot conceive that. They want a penny pinch, and then the boiler goes out and now it's 10,000, whereas if you had just come up with a special assessment, it would have been 4. And that's the problem, the pushback that I feel that a few of us have had, that Terry and I have talked about management companies forever, for 15 years. And I just think that that would be an asset. I know there's a lot of things that's a priority before that to find out exactly what kind of financial condition we're in. But either way, you are going to have some money to take care of the attorney just to be able to get our bank accounts.
All right, thank you.
Okay, all right. And we're missing one candidate, Shaniqua Washington.
She was here.
I know she said she had a family
Yeah.
emergency.
Oh, she had a family emergency, so she did leave.
She was here.
What time do we have now?
I have a question.
It's 2:33 now.
So clearly this process that we're starting today, which is sort of uncharted territory, is going to take several months. Could we consider, can we in those several months ahead hire a property management company, which will, one of the many, I think we'll agree that one of the many roles would be checks and balances for once, right? I mean, even if the current board stays in power for several months ahead while this process slowly moves forward, could we go ahead and get no?
As of today, they won't be, we can't vote.
The management company.
I mean, the first thing you need to do is enjoin them against doing
Well,
it.
we're not
If they can
sorry.
go ahead, they can go ahead and sign contracts. They
Okay.
can go ahead and sign long-term contracts in the name of the board, that if they've not been enjoined against doing that, then you're gonna have to fight, you're gonna have more legal battles to fight.
Right.
Oh, and I didn't get a chance to
So
tell
you
when I
gotta
did.
get to court right away.
Yes.
One of the things we have to consider is that this has been, we followed our bylaws.
Right.
So if we have a quorum today, whoever's been elected as the board is the board. They will now not be the board after today. And therefore, it will be on them to justify why they should still remain the board. That is why we have had to have 20% of people to call this meeting, but we also need to make sure there's a quorum of voters. And we're having an election. And that means, according to our bylaws, according to state statutes, whatever the outcome of this meeting is, if we have a quorum, stands. And we have to operate from that point. We cannot operate from a point where they're still the board because they want it to be that way. That's not the case. We are a collective of shareholders.
The law says that they are the board until we elect a new board.
Right.
So, like this morning, they could have entered into a contract, but after we count these votes,
But,
and we
but,
will.
But again,
but in
there's
terms of the
criteria
property
of transition.
management, in terms of the property management, I don't think we're a profitable building at this point.
Right,
I know that
could be a goal.
No, we said
Yeah.
that's something.
No, I know, but she
goal.
was asking specifically in the interim, while things are happening.
what
Could we put a property
Right, and
So,
management
so
in
with
place?
the property manager, we have to also recognize that we're very vulnerable right now, especially with our money, because, not to say we won't hire a property manager, but we have to first get an idea of where our money is going and make sure it's going to where it's supposed to go. Right now, we don't know where it's going. We don't even have access to it, not until after this moment right now. After this moment, after this election, we can have those types of conversations. In fact, right after this meeting, according to our bylaws, we're supposed to hold a meeting in May to talk about these things. And that allows, so that gives the shareholder, the board, the newly elected board, time to transition so that whatever assessment we're seeing is going on, we'll have some time to kind of think it through, okay?
Do we have legal representation on retainer on behalf of the shareholders? Because after we do this, then what? I think what she's asking is legally, then what?
Yeah.
You can have all the meetings you want.
Like, is there a path that is,
You wanna speak on that?
charted in some way?
We paid a lawyer a retainer yesterday.
Okay.
And we paid a lawyer a retainer
When you say
retainer
we,
yesterday. Well, I paid the lawyer the retainer.
Well,
And
no, I mean,
they're
it's
gonna,
not like a
Like I said,
but-
we have to operate.
Oh my God.
We have to operate from the standpoint that if we have a quorum
Yeah.
and we have an election, then whoever you all vote for stands,
Okay.
okay? And so that means the newly elected board has rights to to adjust the corporation board members on the paperwork with the Secretary of State. And then you kind of go from there. This is uncharted territory, but we have to operate from the standpoint that whoever's elected are the board members. Go ahead.
I just wanted to kind of play off your question, Karen, if that's okay. I think, because what I kind of hear Karen saying is there's a difference between a sort of statement of law and a statement of fact. So we might,
Yes.
have a new board legally, but if the old board retains control of all of the
Exactly.
assets, controls
Right.
control of
Yes.
the building. So I think what I'm wondering is like, and I know you guys haven't had a chance to meet about this yet, but sort of what is the plan to move from that statement
Right
of law
away.
to statement of
Okay.
fact?
We paid the retainer yesterday and he's preparing a document to
Joanne, the transition period to me makes us even more vulnerable.
This is why I
And
don't.
things can happen that we don't foresee, so.
Things already happening that we don't
We
foresee.
don't even know where our money is
about.
going, we don't know where our money is going.
So what are you suggesting, that we
Can we
keep
let
with
you-
the same people?
Wait a minute. Dan, what were you trying to say?
I just wanted to let Karen finish her question. I
Yes,
don't think
go
it's
ahead,
helpful to
Karen.
overspeak.
You're right.
Well, and actually, I think that we're both sort of trying to formulate a complex question, which is, in any transition period, different players are going to step up and put more obstacles.
And
probably.
for instance, can you not serve something to the bank that holds the accounts that requires some different process to writing check? Yeah, I mean, I think, again, anybody can go to court and file anything, so you guys ought to be able to be prepared to go to court and file whatever the smart anythings
we
are.
are.
I
But
think.
Monday, not,
Monday,
Okay, I think
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
1 second. I think you're under the assumption that we haven't talked to a lawyer.
right, well,
But we have. We've talked to several different lawyers. The conversations have been had.
We're not
So
under
what's
the
the plan?
assumption that we have it, we just
Right.
didn't.
I'm just asking him
Right,
because he's,
right,
things like that.
So what does the lawyer say our plan should be?
We have to subpoena
Well,
these people.
Can we?
No, Jocelyn.
Justin, wait a minute. Joanne has spoken to him at length and she has done the retainer.
Jocelyn, thank you. No, he's not speaking of a subpoena. He's speaking of filing a document on Monday morning, first thing, to request that they turn over all records and documents to us as the legitimate board. We're also going to be filing the annual report listing us as the directors of the corporation. So, and then we are going to proceed from
yeah,
there.
presumably you gotta do something with the banks too, right? Because
So,
that's,
yeah,
that's the real risk.
Go
is
to
that-
the Secretary of State to modify the board of directors,
Right, but
board of
that's not the
directors.
banks, right?
So beginning
Yeah.
Monday, first thing, is it
Yes,
possible to keep us all appraised as to the timeline? for
Just
this?
as we have been communicating with you about the issues we've been dealing with and leading up to this meeting, we are going to continue to communicate with you that way and let you know what's going on as we feel our way through this, because you're absolutely right. This is a transition period that none of us are familiar with. We have not been able to speak to anyone else who's gone through this experience. So we got here. I don't know if you were here earlier and saw all the police. We had to establish with the police authorities that we were a legitimate meeting. Okay, so I mean, that took us about an hour, and there were about, what, 5 policemen out here, and about 8 squad cars. So, so we're working on it, and then if we had not done this, what would we do? Let them continue it? How many years were we gonna wait to find out what our financial situation
Well,
was?
what's scary is,
So one of
you
the
know,
things-
we don't know if bills are being paid.
Yeah, we don't know anything. I mean,
Well, we know one bill is
is
again paid,
You're also
you were born.
precipitating response.
Right.
Right,
And
something's
so
gonna happen.
I felt like because this is now a thesis, we need to right away, because you're talking about money and people's lives, to file this ASAP. I mean, if we could get the banks to turn over the accounts to us within days or a week. I was treasurer here for a year, and it was a smooth transition. But however, and I'm treasurer at the other place where I live, and I know how long it takes. This has, it had become a totalitarian regime. And it has just, I don't even know how to explain it. But we were told that we were not going to get the records. They said that to us.
Yes, so we're ready.
As far as her attorney that she has,
process.
he needs to let us know exactly what we need to do in the next few days to get our bank and to get the money and find out exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Because before you know it, they can shut down, right?
So one of the things we have to keep in mind is that none of this matters unless we vote.
Let's vote.
Okay? So
So are you
let's,
ready to vote now?
Well, it's assigned in as to be.
We
so
need
make
to
it
start the
official.
meeting. The meeting has not been called to order yet. I think, Karen, you wanted to do something? Go
Do you
ahead.
have,
Before we start the meeting, go
you need to
ahead.
first determine if you
We
have.
got another
quorum.
vote.
everybody voted.
We have a
I
quorum.
think that's what Karen is doing.
Let's call the meeting
Give that
order.
to, give that to
Well,
Karen.
hold on.
For the quorum. Let's
That's
give it
what
to
I'm-
Karen.
She wants to vote.
Thank you.
Where's the ballot?
Jennifer,
Do you need a pen? She can be like.
Yes,
Jennifer,
You need a lot of things.
so when she finishes, let Bonnie call the meeting.
All right.
So we're here now, let's move on.
So, you know, we've really been alarmed. I think the last time I checked was Monday regarding the real estate taxes that were due to be paid on March 1st. They paid half of them. We still owe half, and interest is accruing.
How much were they?
15,000 something. Yeah, a little over 15,000. So they paid a little over 7,000, maybe half of it.
All right, Bobby.
Okay, are we ready? What time is it? Where's my friend? What time?
Oh, Karen,
It's,
did you put your ballot in?
It's 2:44.
I'm about to-
Oh, hold on,
have to
she
do
hasn't
the
put her ballot in yet.
I would like to say one thing, when, as she's doing that. Someone came to my door and banged on it, and I can hardly get in my door. So that's the kind of thing that happens around here.
Okay,
I
that's
just, I
another
know,
meeting.
but I'm
She
just
has to fill out her
telling, and
ballot.
now
That
we're
is
gonna
another
vote. But I'm telling you,
This is what's going on.
So two things, yes to that, and also, yes, I mean, you know,
Okay, can we
so,
hold the stories to
Yeah.
after the?
Yes, let's hold stories for after. Yes.
Do you have paper to tally the votes?
I just want to say
So
something.
when you call, wait a minute.
My name is Wallace Sampson. I've been in the co-op for 28 years, 49, 10, 2 East. I want to encourage everybody to vote
Thank you, Don.
and trust the 7 people who are on this ballot. Get behind them as best as you can, support, so we can get this thing back. Have elections every year.
We haven't had an election in 2 years. And I think that's the American way, to have elections. Now, we also, the country also come into a dictatorship. Now, if you want that, then don't vote.
That's what we have right now. Here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
All right, let's get started. We're gonna call the roll.
What time is it? Well, not yet, yes.
Could we have one more question or comment before we
Just a
start?
question, so do the bylaws dictate the date and time of elections?
Yes, it does.
February, the fourth Saturday in February.
So this board will be in place for a year?
Over a year.
No, they didn't have one last year.
They didn't have one
The
last year.
board that you're electing today?
Yes.
About a year.
Okay.
Any more questions? So we can start. Today is March 16th, 2024. My name is Bobby Ball. I was asked to chair the nominating committee along with Bianca Talbert and Dorothy Nguyen.
And Kelly Shaka.
And Kelly Shaka. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And so at 2:47, we're going to begin the meeting. The meeting is recorded, and everyone here has agreed that it can be recorded. And it's being recorded by Jennifer Thompson Watson. So we will do a call to order. And I'm sorry, what was the exact time?
2:47.
So we'll do a call to order at 2:47. This, and we have the, you wanna?
So I'll do the roll.
The roll call for the quorum, the purpose of the quorum. For the people who are here.
Every single name? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just reading down the
We
list
got one more ballot.
for roll.
Hello?
Wait a minute,
Ballot.
Johnson.
Lawrence, did you sign?
So what's your name is called? You could just say here. Okay. Okay, just call the name.
Okay, we're in the process of establishing a quorum at this time.
Just so I can.
So they will be calling out your name and announce if you are present. And then
We'll proceed with
we'll
quorum.
proceed with the count. We'll start counting the ballots and the proxies. But some of the persons who signed in to be here have left.
But they left their proxy. That's okay, they left their proxy.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just running down the roll call list, just say present, and I apologize if I say anyone's names wrong. Allison Crystal. Askew Adelaide. Ball Bobby.
Here, present.
Bakuns Andrea. Bravo Miguel.
He's proxy, right?
That's why we haven't done it for that,
Oh,
just call
oh,
Bryant Roland.
These people aren't here. So.
Chambers Deborah. Charlton Juanita. Clark Madronica.
Pregnant with a cookie in her mouth.
Clemens Eugene.
I think she got the
Cowart Joanna.
Here.
people who signed in.
Curie Warren. Davis Anthony.
Here.
Davis Tyrone. Escandar and Manuel. Freeman Jarvis. Golas Carey.
I'm here.
Hammonds Eric.
Eric Hammonds is not alone.
Right, the door. Just keep.
I'm just reading what's here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hammonds Patricia. Harris Charles. Johnson Rashad. Johnson Black Zenobia.
Here.
Lee Susan. Liggins Patrice. Malik Hagara. Marlo Helen. Martin Deanna. Mathis Crystal. McLean George. Mikkel Tiffany or Gloria. Mims Kimberly. Moline Dan. Moline Jane. Netten Samuel. Noble Leonard. O'Kelly Nora. Owens Elliott. Owens Inna. Piantek Frank. Ristic Henry. Robertson Jesse.
Present.
Robinson Phyllis. Russell Carter. Russell Terry.
Present.
Scott Dan.
Present.
Schaefer Doug. Simmons Ricardo.
Here.
Simmons Jocelyn.
Here.
Sledge Ollie. Talbert Bianca.
Here.
Thompson Anthony. Thompson Jennifer.
Here.
Thompson Zuri. Torres Karen.
Present.
Tyson Judy. Washington Corey. Washington Keene.
Here.
Williams Nelson. Williams Tack. Willis Marche. Wynn Dorothy.
Present.
Worrell Gloria. Yancey Lawrence.
Here.
And Sherpa Kelly.
Now, is anyone present whose name hasn't been called?
Thompson not on there?
Right, we had you fill in, oh, that, where it's written at the bottom.
That's me. At the bottom.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah,
to add
that's
him
me.
there.
Oh,
Add
so,
him, that list
That's
may
why
not
his
be
name on there.
complete.
yes,
And then he'll have to sign it.
yes. So we'll add Mr. Sampson's name on there.
Samson, like the traditional spelling? I hate spelling your
There's a
name.
lot of.
With a P or out.
Okay.
What was
First name. Mr.
What's-
Sampson.
your first name again? Sorry?
Wallace?
Yeah, Wallace
It's
Thompson.
Wallace.
Wallace.
Thompson.
Yeah, Sampson.
Sampson is his last name,
Sampson.
Wallace is his first name.
Okay.
And your address, Mr. Sampson?
What's your address?
4910 2 East,
Okay. And you'll have Mr. Sampson
28
sign that.
years.
Okay. Now, okay, committee. Now, the next step is to, you want me to do the quorum? Yeah, we're still doing the quorum. So now we open the proxies. See how many
So that's,
proxies we have. So how many,
Dorothy,
how many
right?
And
present
Kelly.
people do
And
we,
Kelly.
have we counted? How many present
I
people
have
have
to
we counted?
count. I didn't.
She doesn't have the list yet.
Yeah.
Just, they're not all unit owners. There are some duplicates in there. Dan and his wife are one.
Right, but she didn't mark them, oh, you marked them present.
I-
We were on the list.
No, I did a mark
Yes,
on
I know.
the side.
That's okay, I'll
You're-
count
you're-
it. Let me count it and see.
Yeah,
Here,
count
all
that,
the
count
present
from
checks
there,
there.
count
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah,
And we'll fix
that was
it
just my
later.
marks on the side for the
You're-
answers I got.
you're
I
going-
put that
yeah,
separate.
you're going by the
from
list.
Doesn't matter, because it's already checked. The president's
Yeah,
already
that's
checked.
the
Everybody
present
checked.
check. That was just my marks while I was
No, I'll
going.
check this one.
Okay, we still have proxies that we need to open.
Well, hold on, we're gonna get the count as far as those present who signed the list, so we're gonna see what number that is. Then we're gonna open the proxies, they're gonna, call out the names and check it off on the list and count those.
And then we'll put their ballots into the box.
No, those ballots are coming out of the box.
And to be counted.
To be counted, right. So nominating committee, you guys have control over the ballots, please.
You have the ballots.
Can I change sides? My little table. Why don't you, I think you can open the box now and count the number of ballots and put them to the side, because as they open the proxies, you will be adding the ballots that are in the proxies to the pile of ballots.
I was thinking if we open up the proxy.
How did you guys compile the list?
Yeah.
Just open up the proxy and put the ballot right in there.
And I guess the question.
Count them, they should be the same number.
Okay, this gentleman is on the list. Are you an owner or why are
Jennifer,
you?
she has to open the box down, count the number of ballots in there, and make sure they match the number of people on this list who are present.
So first thing you have to do is argue over whether you really have a quorum of voters. And you have to go through every person.
Take the ballots out and put in the box, because that's a count.
Okay, yes, there's another box over, Jocelyn, that box you brought, yeah, no, or you can use whichever one, yeah. So you put the ballots in there after you open them up. Yeah, we're establishing quorum right now. So you're not opening a proxy, are you? No, don't do that yet.
What did you just? There's another box. We knew, so it was, okay, so you want me to just take these
Yeah,
out?
we're just doing this for the first time. You know, we apologize, you know, as we said, this is the first time we're doing this, so we're making sure our process is correct.
So has a quorum been declared before you?
No, don't put it in. Open the, no, I'm not gonna. Only put the ballots. That's fine, open them up. The ballots are here. And we're gonna count those. That's what we're doing, Jennifer, we're establishing a quorum. We're making sure we have the number of people who are present, that it matches this, the ballots in here match the number that she's counting on there, okay? Then we open the proxy up, and they have to use the same list to indicate it's a proxy, okay?
So these are the ones that are proxies, though, that's what I'm saying, these are the proxies.
Yes, those are the
So
proxies.
this is what we have to count to go on here, that's what I've been telling you. This has to be counted like that.
Well, first let's establish that we have the present ballot and the number on there.
That's counting the ballots, that's not the same thing, we have to.
Well, not, okay, well, they're not doing the proxy.
So we're just circles. Yeah. Circles, but they don't have a line to it.
Have you all finished counting yet?
They want to count the ballots. We never do.
We have to count property.
Count the signatures. That's all I'm saying. Just count the signatures.
I don't know if everyone signed.
Everyone has signed. Count the signatures.
Yeah.
Okay. Count the ballots and put them in.
Joey, I need you to take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath.
I'm breathing.
Okay, did everyone who's here sign into the list? Okay, did you, Mr. Sampson?
They're only
Yeah,
counting
his name is
signatures.
written down.
Joanne, you don't know what we're discussing.
All right.
Just give
I do.
And,
So,
okay,
am I counting?
no, she's gonna open up and then check off.
Do we mind if we correct it or do you want to keep it?
Please, let's
We gotta count the property.
I just want to say that I think doing this and learning is a challenge.
Yes.
And to be able to take over something that was ran just locally for at least so I congratulate everybody here. That's I don't say my investment.
Signatures on there.
Yes.
The number of ballots in this box.
And then nobody
It wouldn't
here,
be
we're not lawyers,
just take them out.
but we can't reach. And we do want to say that Robert's right. We do know
Okay, so whatever number, like the numbers on this, we'll know how many are on.
Have been here.
Right, well,
Okay, now they're counting the proxies.
So did we get a count of who signed in?
No, how many signed?
We've got 21 signed in.
Okay, 21 present shareholders.
So let's add some proxies to, and put it, and mark them on the attendance sheet.
That's a proxy. That's just an.
This is put a ballot in here.
That's all, yes.
Okay.
Come on, put your cameras there. We don't need to see anything. This is how are you gonna go down?
So we're matching that up to basically start putting a check in her box. Washing. I just figured it out.
Jennifer, you tell me we have to establish that.
Joanne to stay out of this. Because we're handlers.
Okay.
You're on camera.
Okay, so that's a ballot.
These are the ballots. Are these the ballots? Okay, no proxies need to go on this one. Proxies go over there. No proxies in the box. Whatever proxies are, check them off on that sheet.
But I'm working on the proxy.
No, yes. There was the vote. Yeah, for proxies.
And it needs to be checked off on that sheet. Because that establishes quorum.
Right.
We need to have
Excuse me.
Okay.
American way.
Yeah, you gotta.
We don't have 21, you didn't have all these boxes that we have to count. Yeah, so we're fine. Okay, you guys go ahead.
If we mark these all as proxy.
Yeah, those are all as proxy.
You know, just, Kelly has them, right?
Those are the Malik,
What's double check? Right.
So, we'll just leave it at that.
Somebody want to pass the cookies around?
Hey, just
Jennifer, Joanne, Joanne, come down here.
Agreements that are.
They would normally come all the way to our city, they would not be in front of housing, come down here.
Okay, well, that's.
Not real estate, but housing.
Yes, they do.
One of the things we're doing
Always
is
pledge.
counting people who have voted.
I'm sorry.
I heard you.
That's all
I
right.
just don't think we.
So there's and documentation of those who participated or
You know
established.
how to protect
And then
I mean, we're still leaving.
that's
We're still leaving. My objection really is process.
Because this is not new.
See, I'm accustomed to that.
Nominator, the numerator, but then where is Okay.
But you guys, right?
Joanne,
I'm good.
Joanne, you come down here.
No, I'm not. I'm staying right here.
Behave, Joanne.
I'll be here.
Don't you think the Joanne,
You already did that.
Joanne,
You might ask me.
where's Cameron? Don't you think the legal
I'm fine.
Thank you.
I don't know where y'all have room for it.
No, just pass it around. Take
Oh, yeah, I thought y'all did. You want me to count these?
Yeah.
Did I?
Oh, yeah, I've touched this column and this column.
Husband and wife are only one vote, and they're all both listed, that's why they're.
Karen.
We call them.
The
renter is on the sheet,
Yeah.
so that needs to be taken off.
That's why we only go with the signatures.
And
Sweat drawing.
Count the
that's what
signatures.
you told me.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Joanne, I swear to God, we're gonna get it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, he's not a shareholder. Thank you. Oh, and he's gone four.
So he's not signing anything.
No, not at all. Thank you.
Connor Russell.
Like, get you ready.
This is just highlighting the lengths that we have to go through to do some
I got
of
a
the boards
next
that
year,
at the scheduled time. You know, this should have been done by the boards. Not by you. You're empowered to do this, and it's necessary. So we get things back in order, and that's fine.
Which is, I'm telling you, present.
I got 24 when I counted, but there's no 24. But they signed.
Oh, you want, yeah. I thought she was the owner, and.
I'm sure there's somebody.
I mean, he had it downstairs.
They're just not a present, so
We're not done.
Yeah, it should be present.
Okay, then I just wanted to make sure this.
Yeah, if it's signed, they should have a second.
Thanks for proxies. We're just up to 3, 4,
We have 8 proxies.
7, 8, yes.
Okay, good.
And how many present people?
We say 21?
21. So we have 29 shareholders voting? 22. Okay, that's your quorum, 29 shareholders, so you can announce it to them.
Wait a minute, 29, oh, I'm sorry, 29 shareholders and what? That are present?
Let's state that.
We have for
Let's
the
state that
quorum.
louder. That's very important.
Okay. So, guys, for the quorum, we have 29 shareholders.
So say we have established.
No, they heard you.
No, let's state it for the record.
So for the record, we have 29 shareholders.
So how many
We
of
have
us were in the roll
established.
call?
So,
Okay, wait a minute. He wants a roll call. How many present and how many
You
proxies?
said 22.
Present in the roll call.
And 8 proxies. And 8 proxies.
so it was 22 people present and 8 proxies.
22 includes the person who left for family emergency.
Right.
So,
Is that right, 22 people present?
yeah, so this is people present. And for the proxies are there.
And 8 for the proxies.
You know why? Because they
So that makes a total of 30 people.
And we only needed,
I have another.
You have to do, that's the email that.
we only
Oh,
needed
plus
24.
one.
Doesn't
I
matter.
have
We
another
have to
vote. I
count.
have another ballot.
Oh, another one came in?
Yeah, I have that, proxy here.
Okay, for,
All right.
and you'll send us a copy later.
What I was trying to say was.
But wait a minute, what about the election of the directors?
Down flat, so.
But next time we'll know.
Yeah.
Next time we'll
Because
know.
I can't stay, I gotta go.
Okay, fine.
But what about the election?
So, love you all.
But
Love
you need
all.
to send out how much information about the lawyer, because you should not be the only one paying for the lawyer.
No, we know, yeah, no,
I
I
don't know that.
We've discussed it.
You guys know that. I know.
It's already done that.
So,
Yeah, I marked it and then put
Now, and I trust you, because I watch all of them. And when you count the balance,
You can't assume people know stuff that you know.
because you can use both this Excel schedule and the sheet.
That I got in touch with.
So Dottie and I discussed it. As she takes each ballot, she's gonna number it and then put the results on it.
That's your computer? That copy?
Yeah, that's my laptop.
You gonna leave your laptop?
And so what do you want me to do?
Bring
I
it home.
can do it however.
Let's do it. I have my laptop. What's the form that you
Program
got?
it, so, I don't know.
I'm out.
So how are the positions? Is that another vote?
Well, the board votes. The candidates vote amongst themselves.
So now we just have to count the votes for people voting for.
Yeah, we're really trying to figure out who's the alternate. That's all this is.
Could I ask
At
a
this
question
point.
that maybe?
I don't know what that
for the sake
Well,
of
there's
quorum-
8 people on the ballot.
Got another
I have a
question?
question. Karen has asked you a question.
One will be an alternate.
So,
Okay.
if we can prove, in order to prove quorum, we have proved that there are 22 people who signed and are physically present here. And as I heard, 8 people who are present by the absentee ballot.
Yes.
If it has to be proved legally that we had quorum, should we maybe name the 8 people who are present by absentee ballot, so we can actually prove that we have 20?
We have that, we
The
just
proxy,
have that.
the proxy
Oh, you
form.
can do it. Then read the names of the persons who
They
provided
have been
proxies.
named.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
have been
not a
named.
problem. I mean, I don't know that they have to, but it's a good
No, this is-
idea.
no, this is
I
fine.
think that's a good idea.
Oh, just for record, we'll.
Right,
We could do that for the record.
Because,
Yeah, right.
Because-
Read those who voted by proxy.
I love you.
Call the proxy.
because,
All right, Karen, your remote.
Here we go.
just to voice an idea that I heard,
I'll be the
the
same.
current board could be having an election right now and could say, well, we have
5 days.
quorum too,
5
so in
days
5 days from now,
Okay,
and,
well,
we should be
Let,
able to
let the
prove,
attorneys
I
deal with
think,
that.
that we really have these 29 of those
Okay.
people by name and, press, which is,
They're gonna read it.
Karen, thank you.
thank you.
Okay, we have proxies for Miguel Bravo.
Read his address and stuff like that.
His address is 4910 2W. And he's a policeman on duty today. Eugene Clemens, 49th Street, 839, number 3. Okay, we received one proxy and ballot by email. That was Patrice Liggins. She's 4912, number 3W. Hajra Malik, she's 830, Hajra is 4916, 3E. Leonard Noble, 4902, number 1. Russell Carter, 4912, number 2. Ollie Sledge, 49th Street, I don't know the exact number, but we'll find that. She's on the corner of 49, on the first floor.
She's 849.
849. And let's see. We have a proxy for, Kene Washington has the proxy for, is it your grandmother? So those are our numbers. And we're going to start. Did you put her as a proxy?
Malik?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I
it's
thought we
Malik.
did.
Okay, now we gotta count.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to count And we have 52 units, but 4 of them are going. Yeah.
Do you want me to do
So the
it
board,
on here?
Yeah.
the board votes still.
I think we should have a second one and it would be really.
I think we should do both.
Yeah.
But
And
you know
then,
the computer, so.
yeah, I can do the computer one,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
here for now?
Yeah, that's fine.
And we might want to put just like the number on each ballot as we go, just to like write a one on the ballot, so that we
Oh,
can
so-
double check it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
What was it, 40%?
Okay, so you're gonna do,
That you guys need to come up forward?
No, it's just a input, it's not, thank you though.
all right, so, number 1.
So put a number 1 on the
Oh,
top
sorry,
there.
thank you. And I'll just call them out. Okay. Ricardo Simmons, Zenobia Black, Jocelyn Simmons, Terry Russell, Veronica Clark.
Can I do a dash?
I know you've had issues. That's the only reason I
Just so,
Like, so that you're
It was-
filled in, like just a little dash?
yeah, to acknowledge that.
Anybody moves in 2 members, there's people.
Oh, the keys are being changed.
And then,
Ricardo Simmons,
Okay.
Jennifer,
Commission 14,
So they're gonna have a,
I just own that. Jocelyn Simmons,
so assuming a board gets constituted here, are they gonna have a board meeting, elect officers? Is that what it is?
Well, it's the board.
Right, board meeting has, exactly, so typically what happens is after the election, the board meets, holds an election of officers, and then minutes are published, right? Is that gonna happen
Is
today?
that the plan?
No,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because all of us are not here.
I had some guys come to work on the board meeting.
But they're not here, so they can't.
that guy, secretary, I don't think should be at the meeting.
They got any elect officers.
Okay,
I would have liked it today.
Jennifer,
We'll figure it out.
Zenobia,
We'll have to figure it out. Because they're not here right now.
After all this time?
Shaniqua, Terry,
You know,
Veronica,
maybe we can do it. And get everybody involved.
not trust. Okay, Ricardo, Jennifer, Zenobia, Jocelyn, Terry, Veronica.
There. Thank you.
take care.
Right, but I guess I'll just kind of contact her.
Ricardo, Jennifer,
She's the only person who never answers the.
Zenobia, Jocelyn, Shaniqua, Terry, Veronica.
That's why she was. And that's why she was kind of scared.
Jennifer, Zenobia, Jocelyn, Joanne, Terry, Veronica.
She's inside, it would be nice to have more. I should have had George do that.
Ricardo, Jennifer,
I was supposed to have no
Zenobia,
water. Yeah, it's some.
Jocelyn, Joanne, Terry, Veronica. Okay, Ricardo,
Let's go. Just all 45 minutes on the Ann Arbor.
Jocelyn, Joanne,
Is that a fax machine okay?
Oh, wow.
Fax machine.
Okay.
For the crowd.
Yeah, it is.
Ricardo, Jennifer, Zenobia,
Yeah.
Jocelyn,
And that's
Joanne, Shaniqua,
I
just said all of
I
them.
don't see any-
That's, what should I? Right, so what should I do?
Oh, yeah, she does.
Well, no, that's what the town was.
We down good. Yeah, Clark, yeah, I know that.
We're doing, yeah, what was on the page, not whether
We've always lived in the suburbs and.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, everybody. No, this is that.
You know, especially for our animals.
Joanne.
Yeah, I can't wait till the
Terry, and technically, Jocelyn, you go sit out there.
It should be a priority.
Sort of forgot you.
What's the balance in the bank? And what hasn't been paid? Like, what do you want to do over there?
Okay, Ricardo.
Right.
What do you think?
Jennifer. Zenobia.
It's 45 minutes north of
Not too long.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of music in the car. Yeah, especially because I've been in school for a while. It's nice. I graduated in Michigan, going to Michigan State for law school. Yeah, exactly. Through the bylaws.
And that's what was February 2020.
Yeah.
And they're just
I will, yeah.
The last time I
will, yeah.
she said,
I want to interview you too.
you still haven't gotten.
Well, I think that's what this total thing is for.
And one thing for Ms. Johnson did, she got us our financials every month, whether they were right or wrong. She mailed them or they were at your door. Every month, you got a financial.
Right, you pay, you don't know where it's going.
Jennifer.
Right.
How much you have,
Zenobia.
what's been allocated to what,
Jocelyn.
what kind of debt you're in,
Correct.
and you
Joanne.
continue to pay because.
Terry.
Well, you have to.
No, I mean, but I'm just working
All this, yes.
through this because my mom didn't really explain all of it. I knew there was some turmoil. I'm trying to comprehend how and why, like what made it go up. So obviously, excuse me, something sinister is going on because why else wouldn't you reveal?
Of course.
That's what we want to know.
So I'm probably guessing they're stalling and they know that the end is coming because if they haven't been transparent with the financials, there's a reason.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
If you guys need any help with an attorney,
Zenobia.
let me know.
Jocelyn.
I know a lot of politicians here, a lot of attorneys,
Jocelyn.
a lot of financial people.
Shaniqua.
Well, we need all of them.
I'm just saying, you guys you have an attorney on retainer, so let's let him file for Monday.
Monday and Tuesday.
Because
We're gonna need the whole staff.
well, Monday he's gonna have to file something because you're gonna have to cease access to the current.
Right here. How long do the members, 7 members?
Yeah, we go.
1 year?
Oh, you heard me? Who's the shareholder?
Do you guys have elections?
Oh, yes, they, and I'll see results from the,
Go, let's do
Does she want to sign in?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let her sign in.
She wants to sign in.
I'm not signing it. I don't need to sign it. My vote is as long as.
When's the last time you guys have it?
Veronica.
We
Last year, every you guys have.
We haven't had one.
Was it still rolling the camera?
I don't know.
So this is the first one.
She asked, was the camera still rolling?
The bylaws say we have,
Because
we
she
have
gave
an
them to
election.
me to pay back.
Well, then, aren't you able to get them out without even having a?
That's why we're having an election.
No, I mean, like, yeah. Guess that makes sense. well, I guess I didn't understand that.
What are you
All right,
looking for?
so we have Crystal
I'm
Allison.
an officer, I'm
No,
not
you're
an
not.
officer, I'm a director.
No.
My name is Crystal I'm not sure what point we are in the meeting, are you guys counting ballots?
You're just
I'd like to
Okay,
hear her
no, I don't want to
talk.
disrupt, that's what I'm
I
asking where you guys at.
Are you here for the meeting?
I am a tenant shareholder and I can be in here just like you're in here.
Okay, then we need to sign.
That's what we were talking about.
She wouldn't let us in.
Don't worry about it.
We need you to sign.
We don't
in.
want, we don't
We're
want
here
to
to put
I'm
this
not,
in.
I refuse to sign that.
We don't want to disrupt into our meeting. Let's continue on.
Keep going, keep going.
Let's continue on.
This right here.
She's supposed to be one of the board.
I'm not giving consent. Keep going, so you're counting
No,
ballots?
right.
Okay.
You have to have consent to take people's photo.
No, I don't, I'm a board
Okay.
member.
No, but
No,
you
that
can't
has
put
nothing to do with the board.
You can't put my picture on there unless you have my consent. Okay, please.
That's her, I'm not being
Yeah, you are. You walked in that way, but I'm
No,
not.
I'm on board. I came in because I wanted to know what it
I'm
was.
just, listen, I'm
This
just
is
trying to figure out.
1952. The records in there are now wantonly. Oh, shh.
Just got back from.
So I am you asked me a question. You asked me a
Let me explain something to you.
You asked me a
Let me
question.
explain something to you.
She does.
Are you a property owner here? Are you a shareholder or a board member?
She's a board member and a tenant shareholder.
I didn't know you were.
So Kim,
I'm going to
Kim,
explain to you who I am.
She wants
I'm going
to
to
know
ask you to be respectful to me as I am respectful to you, but I'm going to explain something to you. Lady, listen.
You know what, Connie, it's not worth, we are having a meeting, okay? Are you here for something?
No, we're Mr. Southern.
Well, you should have come in the morning.
Connie,
County, and I'd like to know who she is.
You got, you're a tenant, no, I can introduce myself. Okay, Connie,
Listen,
I'm sorry.
We are, we're all very intelligent, so much more better. And we
I've been here 2 years. I'm a member of the board.
You've been here 2 years, meaning
Tenant shareholder.
Okay.
I own my unit right now. She doesn't know anything about that. And I didn't work
That's the
there.
number.
I'm in the third floor. So I've been working under the board. We are diligently current a lot of the things around here. A lot of problems here that I learned to my dismay after I got here. And I was very, very upset about that. And as I was looking at information and going through records and stuff, I found a lot of problems going on here that I didn't sign up for.
Okay,
And so as a result of that, it was brought to the attention of all of the tenant shareholders via town hall meetings that we were hosting. And the first meeting we had in May, if you don't have copies of all this, I'll make sure that I would like to, if you give me your email address, I would like to make sure that you have them. And so you have all my contact information, so that you can understand what's going on.
So the claim that there has not been transparency in 2 years, is that false?
There is alleged non-transparency in Coop.
Nobody said that. For over a year, is that alleged?
I want that, I can provide it to you.
I would like that.
Okay.
So I guess this is, what I was trying to
This is kind of a
understand.
takeover meeting that is contested. It will be contested.
It's fine, I understand.
So
I don't wanna
contest
talk
it. We just
about
came
that.
from the police station.
That's fine,
But
listen, I don't want to even contend with that, I'm just trying to figure out where all of this came from. Because what I'm hearing is for 2 years, there's been no disclosure, there have been no meetings, and the current board has been sitting for 2 years. Let me finish
I'll
this.
explain it all to you.
Respectfully, the current board has been sitting for 2 years, and I am pretty sure there should be an annual election.
Correct.
And that has
What
not
did
occurred.
they explain to you that we ousted the election that should have been done so by when
We can't keep pointing fingers, boo.
who was the president at that time?
So that person.
Who was the president at that time? The election did not take place because the president, the ousted president right there.
You understand that the reason I'm still in the point
Okay, so the president, I want everybody else to
They're
don't
hearing
have
you,
a.
and
So
we're,
the
I'm not
president, so the president was ousted in April of 2023. The election's supposed to have taken place,
All right.
the election's supposed to have taken place. No, you don't have order here.
Yeah,
They're still trying to count.
I'm sorry, guys, cause I need to understand.
And then Connie.
Right.
I got
So
you.
the election is gonna be contested and.
We didn't ask,
It's gonna be
we didn't ask. Bye.
contested.
Good riddance.
There will be no time.
And now you just got and then we can
And you should
adjourn.
sign in.
No, I don't need to sign.
Okay, then.
Let her go. We're gonna continue. Let's continue with our meeting.
Yeah, while they're
Didn't
gone.
tell you that we can't come in and use this room, she can come in. She can get out.
Don't worry about it.
No, really, let's really.
The ballot is happening over there. I think it's
Some disruption.
We'll go on and get rid of this stuff.
I can tell you, I think everybody has been pretty nice here.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot more worse.
Can I take this, thing
That's
off
what I
of
was
here?
doing. Is what I was doing.
You know, you're taking a vote.
Well, I wanna do the, the vote and then get out of here. You guys entertain too much crazy. You already know everything about that lady.
This one here, yeah.
You know what's really hard, same voice.
No, that just came in here, I mean, that's,
She's been here.
have been here.
You haven't been here 2 years, and you know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
know.
So they got
I can see the names.
and her mother.
I turned in, this was
We're okay. That's why we're recording.
I did want a piece of that lemon cake.
It was, I didn't know that was going to
It's okay.
Yeah, all that recorded too.
Yeah.
Have everything that
She says the same thing over and over.
No, that night, David, Mark, he did the same way she put it out.
And we'll put the numbers next to it.
And you know that, you know, you just.
That thing had lots of so somewhere, but that's right.
Blank ballot.
Mercado?
Like ballot.
Like,
You just want to put the numbers next to the names for the tally.
somebody, here you go.
Oh, we've got one.
One that was mailed to me. Did I vote? I don't think I voted. I don't know. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I voted.
Oh, you said
I
the
voted.
camera.
I voted.
Okay.
I used that with the trash.
Well, at least you got this all. Okay, God is the one who decides how this goes, not that entity. We decide. You're right, we got this one. This was the biggest. Oh, everyone counted. This was a little.
You know what we did? We made sure we got in here. We didn't, you know, they tried to block, we got in here. We did what we said we was gonna do. We had security here. We had locksmith, so we did 2 out of the 3 that we said. This young lady.
It's just that her mother just passed.
Yeah, and this, she had your card.
So her mother was a shareholder? Is her mother?
Helen Marlowe.
Yeah.
She
When
died
did she pass?
Wednesday, yesterday, Thursday.
Get out of here. So she's mourning. Oh, we need to really watch her. Don't let her get too riled up.
That might be good for her to get some of that out of, you know, the hate.
She can project it onto
Yeah.
Crystal. All that anger.
Oh, God bless her. She's still
Projected onto.
Have you seen her?
She can watch
She's in Michigan. Oh, God bless her.
She didn't do anything illegal.
Oh, God bless her. I didn't know that. See, and we used to announce this. We don't do it anymore. We used to announce when one of our shareholders had passed.
She told them.
And no one even told us that she had passed. That's a shame.
I don't know, today may have been the first time we heard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was.
My downstairs neighbor died, and.
I know.
Yeah.
And then we still didn't get a notice from the board, and Nelson knew.
I talked to Connie.
So
you
she's
did,
here.
okay.
But
it was the same day that
my Yes.
girlfriend's daughter.
God
Well,
bless
yeah,
her.
you had too much
Put
going
all that energy out on.
You know what? I'm looking at her like she looks like somebody I stood face to face with her mom.
Remember, when we went to her house that time, remember when he was trying to get things together? Who's the realtor?
Her son, by the way,
No,
is in law
that's
school.
not her. I know, but I'm just saying, do you know that?
Her son, she's standing out there. Yes.
That's her son?
Yeah.
I think we got the same age. What do you mean that's her son?
We had an election.
That's her son.
Get out of here.
That's all.
I guess I did. At first I said, no, this is what I said. I said, you all look a lot alike. That's dinner. And she said, well, he looks more like his father.
That's
awesome. I said, that's your boyfriend. She said, no, that's my son.
Get out of here. God bless her. She got blessings all around here. She's gonna be fine. This is a good event and she can make sure that everything's in order. And she put in a conversation. Yeah.
That's why she came.
Oh, she's gonna keep good.
All investors.
You don't need nothing else to offer.
She
Just
came from
take
the
it.
What do we come to?
Protecting her mom.
Save our investment, right? I can wait to buy. Oh, Jesus.
And I feel so sad for Kim. She's just so easily marginalized. I don't understand that. I would never support somebody who was willing to throw me under the bus as well.
So you're being good with the sugar.
I just said good morning. Well, that's what they
said good morning.
You know what? That's what made Connie mad is when she was asking her something and she got really smart with her for no reason. When Connie didn't know anything was going on, she got really smart with her. You can't do that like you're on your team. You know, you're on the wrong team. You know what? I'm on the team that wants to do right.
Oh, this is good. Whoever bought this.
I bought that.
The lemon cake, girl, this is good.
Well,
You want some? Here, I'll pass it over.
Mrs. Black always has wonderful snacks. That's food. Every time I go to her house. It's like
Oh my God, this is
wonderful.
good.
You're a wonderful.
Yeah.
You're a wonderful.
Where you get it?
hostess.
Trader Joe's.
Okay. Oh, did you hear about Trader Joe's? They were.
Is it empty?
They're have a run on the bags that say Trader Joe's, and when people are buying them, they're only $2, but people are buying. You know, they become a fan.
What did you use tonight?
See, right there.
I'm okay. I'm sorry, I left you all over here.
That's all right. You know, you were
Girl.
protecting us from those crazies.
I had no idea that was, oh my God, I just.
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you something. I've had this cake before. Don't eat it.
Why?
Because you will be addicted. And
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it.
I can't even buy that.
And I believe it.
Because you know it tastes like homemade pound, homemade cake. I would
It
not
is
get
good.
it. Nope.
Anybody want some?
I'm not having it.
They're watching their
You
picture.
No, because you know what? I had bought one of those before and I ate that whole thing in like
Oh,
2 days.
stop it, girl.
I can eat it in 1 day.
Oh, Lord.
But you gonna put it on me about me? I'm not.
Did you guys want me to do anything?
I ain't gonna limit it. Yes, it is. Yes, I
Yeah, I know.
Crazy for towels. And they have, they also work in
It's over
the
here.
now.
It's too much.
I like
It's
that.
limit. I said limit.
Have we
Had your
done the
apartment for heat.
That's what they're doing
Had
now.
your apartment for heat.
They're tallying that up.
Oh, it's pretty, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, come on. So
Yes,
no
Thank
people
God
not
for
getting
Excel,
that.
Yeah.
Terry?
Yeah.
Mr.
I didn't know,
Yancey,
I'm on third floor, they said heat
Oh, yeah, if
rise.
I did like.
Well, you get all
Every time.
Right, I'm right over the burner,
Yes.
right.
Terry's getting you a piece of cake.
Yeah, well,
I don't like it because he's a man and he
I
starts
just,
over you all and yell
I
at
just
you
cut
and
a
pointed at
couple
you.
of mine off.
You never do that to him.
You get too
Oh,
close.
you
to
said
it,
that,
right?
you said it.
Now, if I cut mine off,
You should
it
never
starts
do
to
that.
make leaks.
That really
It
upsets
don't leak in my apartment, but
That really upsets me.
Ms. Ruff, now they said it was leaking. The pipe, I must leave it open, it don't leak.
That's a good decision.
Well, would they use that as something up against the board? That's what I'm, is it gonna go into a situation where it's,
It is gonna.
you know? It's up to you. This is not my fault.
What about you, Ricardo? Do you think I should?
Lord
Lord, now where did I put my, Lord, thank you, Jesus Christ.
No, it's inappropriate.
I don't know whose phone that should be on the report.
No.
No.
No,
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste
mean,
of
you're not
time.
gonna-
It's
you're
gonna
not
be
following.
more
They
effort.
said they got too many, they got a whole lot of reports at the station about it.
He has real negative
No, no, looking at it, it's just good.
Attempted assault, attempted.
I ain't never had, let me say some police, but they said it's all.
But you know what, the problem, listen, the problem I have with him is he said, you don't know what I'll do with you.
I don't tell my wife something. People they got lots of words. But it doesn't mean
I
anything.
can't understand it.
Try not to let the words
Just
bother you.
Right, because he'll be out of here anyway.
You got a sweet tooth. Huh?
You want to?
No, this is good.
Don't take my wife a cup of chocolate.
For your wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
She loves chocolate too.
You don't want her to have any cake? I
Huh?
want to see what's in a piece of cake.
No. This is good. This is what she loves.
Now
Chocolate.
I can feed into crazy.
It's really good, and it's not like sweet.
Right, right.
Looks good. Okay, board,
We gotta clean
new
up.
board, I'm backing y'all. I'm backing y'all, okay? Okay, my brother? Yeah, all right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, we do that, okay. You know, we do that more. I like to talk to both the Israelites and the church, okay? All right, then.
Tell Miss Simpson we said hi.
Huh?
Okay, you want to taste these?
This is chocolate chip.
Oh, okay.
I've had enough sweets.
It's not sweet. Please, have you ever had these? It's something like popcorn, but it's rice.
I guess you'll be okay. I know you'll be okay. I don't think. Okay, but
It's popcorn.
But it's rice.
no, good for me. Got Zenobia's name written all over.
Well, it's like popcorn, but it's rice nuggets.
Will the tally be on the email?
What?
The tally of the, election?
We're doing it now.
I said, will it be on email?
Yeah.
We have to publish it.
Yeah, okay, good. So no need to be sticking around then, no.
I need an envelope because I got to deal with myself.
Well,
Thanks
is
for
the
coming in.
meeting adjourned or what?
No, we should adjourn the meeting.
Oh, it wasn't adjourned?
This is my son, everybody. This is Lawrence Talbert.
Hi, Lawrence.
We need to do the calendar being adjourned.
Just like you.
You get some?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It should be.
Thank you.
Where did Jennifer go?
Okay, so I'm trying to make sure we're not taking some friends.
We need to adjourn the meeting, so could.
Oh,
So
I
did you-
guess we're gonna do the
I'm almost
calendar.
done.
We're almost
To
done.
find out who got nominated.
They're almost done.
Okay, is it
What it
an
says.
envelope in the place where I can write, check and put it in the box? I feel I'm going to get my money.
I'm being picked up at 5.
Well, it should be 5 o'clock, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
25.
Yeah.
It's almost 4.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, God, thank you for the cookies, because we didn't get a chance, the pizza wouldn't have been appropriate anyway, it's too much going on.
Yeah. You can't stomach.
You know what I mean.
All right, so do we have,
We have her vote, so it should be okay.
We're almost
okay,
there.
hold on, let me make sure the camera's still rolling.
Okay.
This is the next part. Still recording?
I guess we better put these chairs up because those.
We're still good. All right, so.
I'm not.
Alright,
Did make that note.
do we have a
On
count?
how,
I got something.
check their information and.
You guys
Do we have a count?
I'm just curious between you and us.
We have
You know what I'm talking
we
about?
voted for 8.
You might have right.
You would have to, okay. So we're gonna
Oh,
vote for 8 people.
So can we have some total?
The check was for nothing to make sure. Looks like run right to your fund. Your home. Right across.
Okay.
Just look, you know, when you run out, you can see close.
But you could still.
So depending on where you are. Okay. I know. We do. I mean, no, we don't because they're
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, right, well, I'm just saying, just, you know, you gotta make sure that saying the price, so that 99.9.
No, you can see our, but that's Emmanuel.
I'm talking about,
Can't stop her from talking.
I know, I'm giving you some of your
well, I didn't do it, okay.
That's why he say sharing, that's why I'm giving you some of your, this is good. It's like,
Are we gonna have a call out?
Yeah, we're gonna do it right now.
Okay, thank you.
all right, let's go ahead.
All right,
Let's,
folks.
do we, are there some people outside that
Well,
want to come on?
No, it's
They
just
get it
the
in an
young lady
email.
and she's still talking, so it's fine. And we have her vote, so it's okay.
Okay,
All right,
and before you leave, we need to sign.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't know.
Let's hear it.
Okay, the,
Davis.
we, 29 ballots, oh, I've got it written here. Out of 29 ballots, we have, the final count, Ricardo Simmons, 27 votes, Jennifer Thompson Watson, 25, Zenobia Black, 28, Jocelyn Simmons, 25, Joanne Coward, 22, Shaniqua Washington, 14, Terry Russell, 26, Madronica Clark, 23. So our new board is Ricardo, Jennifer, Zenobia, Jocelyn, Joanne, Terry, and Madronica. Congratulations.
And what time is it?
Oh, the time. The time is
3:48.
Okay.
So at 3:48, we are now adjourned.
Okay.
All right. Adios. I guess I'll get an email. I stopped getting
Yeah,
emails.
used to be.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
And who's in charge of emails going out?
Me and Joanne, just, you know, she's the alternate.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, Joanne calls me all the time, but I have been getting the emails.
Do you want us to?
Everything else.
Both of them? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just writing down the total.
That's what my ass right now, something like man.
We are gonna need a full email
I know
list.
I have your phone number. Well, we talked about it.
Yeah,
Ricardo,
whatever,
I
your
sent out
email.
an email.
Yeah, I'm very happy. We
You
did.
know what I'll be saying?
Yeah, you have about
I'm
34
sorry.
years here.
Yes.
All right, the meeting is now adjourned.
Yeah, I know you were here right before me. Abundantly.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording.